She went to the hospital to deliver her baby, and she was gone for 19 hours. Yes, you heard me right. Dead for 19 hours, and then came back to life. You don't want to miss this episode.
I remember telling that person that, please, can you give me one moment? Please, let me just thank my husband. That and tell him that, okay, if anything happens to me, he's not responsible for my death. Because I know that if I had died, that man would not be able to forgive himself for the rest of his life. So I just needed to just tell him that you are not responsible for it. Lots of people, you understand. And somebody was telling me, you are giving up like that. No, you cannot do that. Tell this person that you will live and not die. You are going to live to declare the word of the Lord in the land of the living. You will be the mother to your children. I don't know, somewhere I just felt this surge of anger, and I was like, no, I'm not going to die. I rebuke it. I will not die in Jesus' name. I will not die. I will live. I will take care of my children. And I just knew. I just woke up. Wow. I just woke up. And when I woke up, that was about 19 hours later.
You were off for 19 hours. You're welcome to the EBUN Show, a talk show for women and the men who love them. I am EBUN. On this episode, we're going into pregnancy, childbirth, and delivery. But not just that, the travails of some women who the world term special cases, but had the courage to brave it all. So today, you're just going to be listening to someone's experience who the world told should not even have one, but went ahead to have 4. Her travails, her trials, the temptations, the moments of doubt, everything is laid bare on this episode. And on this episode, we have Oluwakemi Oweye, who is the lead jeweler at Otherwise Jewels and a mother of 4. Hey sis, you're welcome on the EBUN Show.
Thank you for having me.
You know I've known you a long time, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yes, really. I think since 2017, 2019.
Are you kidding me? That's about 7 years ago, Abby. 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Let me let you know.
It's possible.
Then, I think 2016, I was an upcoming makeup artist, you know.
Okay.
So, you know the way you look at vendors that are doing well in the industry.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'd just known otherwise. I'd known this bold lady behind it, and you love pictures. Of course, you do well in your pictures. They look so nice. Until I got to church someday, and you happened to be to your baby's sister. I'm like, that's otherwise. Maybe you didn't show that I was star-stricken, but I really appreciated that I met you that day. And you know, when I heard your story about childbirth, I couldn't merge the bold, thriving lady, successful jeweler, and someone who had such struggles with childbirth. Of course, childbirth no be small play, but you're a warrior. So I just wanted to tell us your story about childbirth first.
Okay. And once again, thank you for having me. First, let me let you know that, like you said, I'm a warrior. I'm a sickle cell patient. I have SC precisely. And when I got married in 2009, 2010, yes. I had my first child in 2010, actually. So, and I had, the pregnancy the symptoms were so severe. I had something they called hyperemesis gravidarum. I don't know if you've heard that. That's extreme morning sickness in pregnancy. As in extreme vomiting, as in everything is just extreme. All the symptoms that you had to go through. So I vomit to the extent that I vomit blood. Whenever I'm vomiting, I vomit blood. I had bleeding internally.
It was a
lot. It was a lot. My first trimester, I was on admission for, I think, about 3 months. It was a tough experience, to be honest. Because at some point, I told my husband that, please, let's remove this baby. Maybe we should try again, because it was so painful. So I never imagined that I was going to, going through such. But then again, that is life. At least that's one of the sacrifices you have to make, to be a mother. And I remember then that one of the doctors told me, when I went for one appointment then, At some point, I was having sore in my mouth. My gums, I was bleeding, as in I just had different things. I was having ear pains, gum pain, So I was going for a series of tests and appointments, and he just told me that, madam, like he's in his words, let me quote, one child is enough for me, that I should not even bother to have more children. That after this one, I just stop it.
But then you went ahead
and had 4.
4? How did you do it? Was it I got better with
it never really got better, to be honest. And it's not as if I didn't do it. It was just God. I would just say that. I say that I'm a product of grace. I'm a child of grace. I've done so many things. I've gone through so many things in my life that ordinarily, maybe I wouldn't have survived it. But just, you know how God is. You can't question him. He's just awesome.
It must have been God, but it took you to. What made you think?
Do you know what it is? I can't. I wouldn't take any credit, to be honest. Because I remember when I was pregnant with my 3rd child, I went to the hospital and the doctor was asking me, okay, how many cesareans have you done? Because of my genotype, of course, we are prone to being anemic, blood transfusions and everything. But I've never done any blood transfusion until that pregnancy. And that was my 3rd pregnancy. And the doctor came to me, she was like, okay, madam, you are here, okay. So how did you do it? You must have been taken care of, because of course we have routine drugs, daily drugs that, but if I would not lie to you, I've not been faithful. I'm not somebody that
to those drugs.
No, I've not been. So it has just been God. Then there's my grandmother. That's why that woman is so dear to me. She was so dear to me. She's late now. We lost her 2 years ago. My grandmother raised me. My mother had me at the tender age, so my grandmother raised me. And apparently, she used to have a younger brother that lived with sickle cell too. He's still alive. I think it's about 64 now. Oh. That's my uncle. So, I don't know. So, I discovered the genotype when I was 7. Yes, when I was 7 years old. So, since then, I've been on herbs. She gives me different kind of herbs. Agbo, there's this thing they call it poro baba. I don't know.
That they use for wanche.
Yes, that's it.
Oh,
yeah.
With milk.
Yes, I took that thing for several years, and I was taking it for every day.
Wow.
With some other stuff,
So it must have worked.
Yeah, apparently, of course.
Wow.
Of course, because as a child, I was not someone that had so many crises. No. But I took it a lot with some other stuff. Then I used to take my drugs, but my grandmother makes sure that I take my drugs at a particular time every single day. So the only thing I knew that was I used to have a very painful menstrual cycle when I started menstruating here. I think that was the only thing I could remember as a child, until I became maybe I think close to my 20s before I started having a few crises here and there. But still, it was manageable. You understand?
So I want to go back to childbirth.
Okay.
It got so bad with the first pregnancy that you told your husband, let's do with that.
Yes.
But by the grace of God, you brought that child to life.
Yes, I did.
So at what point did you make up your mind? Because you had a terrible experience with the first.
Okay.
Did you make up your mind to go ahead to have more children?
No, did I? No, I didn't.
Was it your husband who
No, to be fair, honestly, not my husband. If I left my husband, he would have just stopped there. Because there was time he used to told me, okay, please, your life is more important to me. At least we have a child. My daughter, I had a girl. I was okay. She know that we can always adopt, that it doesn't, I don't know what I've been through. And I was telling her, oh my God, what I want to tell you, so no, it's not going to happen. No, don't worry, I can have 2.
Oh.
But I don't know how God, to be honest, none of my pregnancies were planned. Maybe except for the last, anyway. But my first 3 pregnancies, none of them was planned. I had my second, I took in for my second baby when Urami was, I think, 9 months. So it was unplanned. Of course, I think I panicked. But then again, I was like, well, what would I do? At least I'm married now. Nobody will say, why, But my husband was worried. He was like, okay, maybe we should just take 3 years for me to recover, this. So it's God now. And God is around now. So let's just do this thing. So I had the second pregnancy, I had a paramesis, but not for so long. Uramis pregnancy, I had a paramesis for like 8 months. It was that serious. It was so serious.
every day of sickness.
Every day. I was sick every day.
For 8 months.
For about 8 months, 7 to 8 months. Yeah, yes. I think it was when I was 7.5, 8 months, and I became a little bit better. Then I had vaginal delivery. Then I became pregnant. I think 8 months or 9 months after with Ajobi. Ajobi's own was quite mild, but I had symptoms for like 5 months. After 5 months, I was fine. But I used to have a few crises here and there, shortness of breath. Maybe I have to rush into the hospital because I couldn't breathe well, and Then I think I survived it too. I survived it. I had a boy.
For the third.
And for the third, when Ajobi was 1, I discovered I was pregnant. And all else went loose because my husband would not have it. Like, hey, no, you are not keeping this baby. What will I tell grandma? Hey, if anything happens to you, okay, I'll be there. Hey, you cannot. And I would just tell him, okay, what are we going to do? No. How come? But you are on this, you are on that. Why did this?
Okay, were you actually on?
Yes, actually. I didn't go for not this implant, but I was taking medications, all this daily, whatever. Yes. But I still became pregnant. I got pregnant.
I think those babies wanted to come.
So that's why I said none of this was there. So I got pregnant again, and my husband was so worried.
I would have been worried
he did. My husband did not eat in the house for almost 5 days. I did not in the house. He was not eating.
Wow.
He was not eating at all. He was destabilized. He was so worried, and I said, I just
have coconut.
You know what my husband used to call me?
I can't even interpret that.
You can do any. I just had this. I don't know. Anyway, it's just God. Anyway, because I was just very strong-headed. I was determined to just have the baby, despite everything and all that.
So, you had a daughter first,
I had a boy. Yes.
So, what were you looking for the first one?
For the third, I had my
for the fourth.
For the fourth,
yes. Because you said the fourth was planned.
Yeah, the fourth.
Right?
Yeah, not by my husband, by myself.
I know. Yeah, you know.
Well, planned, but I would not say. Okay, should I say planned or should I say I was just longing for. I just wanted to have a baby. I love children. I love children a lot. If you come to my house during holidays, I have about 19 people in my house. 19 children. Let me see people. But sometimes I have as much as 25 people in my house.
Oh wow. What different?
I have close to 27, 28 in my house. So during long vacation, my house is full. When I go out and see people carrying newborns, I just wanted to have one. I don't know.
I'm sure if not for this condition, you'd have had like 8 children because
I think because this last one but thank God the pregnancy was not bad. Okay, so let me tell you about my third baby, Koshe Fowora. So when I was pregnant with Koshe Fowora, I was anemic apparently. So I had to do several blood transfusions because I think at that point I already overdid it. It was my first and second vaginal birth, But when I was pregnant with Koshe Fowora, ours was very severe. It was very severe. But to the glory of God, I had support of my family. My family they were awesome. My siblings, my sisters, my grandmother, and I have a fantastic husband. So my support system was strong, very strong, to be honest. So I think maybe that was why I could just do small quick that kind of thing. Yeah. Of course, I was one in pain, but I have people I know that okay, there are people here and there that would support me. So when I was pregnant with my third child, as usual, the pain, the paramesis gravidarum and all that, then I became anemic. Previous ones I wasn't anemic, but I was anemic. So
what does anemic mean?
I was losing blood. Yes, blood shortage. So I had to be transfused.
How were you losing it? Throwing up?
I was not throwing. I don't know. I think it was just drying up. So I think baby was taking my blood, kind of. Yeah. So I just get pale. So then I won't be able to breathe properly. When you have shortage of blood, so many things happen to you. Yes. So I had to go for blood transfusion. I think about 3 or 4 times before the pregnancy, before I had the baby. So at that point I was already tired. I knew that I could not even bother to go and push any baby. So I opted for a cesarean section.
I think something that you are not even saying you have, the strength you have is you don't make big your challenges. Because aside from childbearing, you have crisis. And yet you still go on with your business. See, sometimes when you have something, you don't know how other people cherish it. You don't know how people see it through their own eyes. Because I'm not saying that when people are truly sick, those who are of SS genotype, SC, they don't have a reason to stay back because some are quite terrible. But like someone mentioned when we had a break, there's a way you made it small because perception matters. Your challenges are even small to you. You also mentioned your husband reacting to your own case very differently, but you will feel like
that's true actually. I don't know. I think right from childhood, I've never seen myself to be different. I've never seen myself to be different from every other child, And my mom, I think I would give that to my mom. My mom, I think the only thing as a child that I did not do was pounding yam. Heavy lifting. That was the only thing my mother exempted me from. But every other chores, in fact, Temilo Makoju.
Oh, wow.
I remember going to there's no water, I think it's like I don't know this area. Maybe like we can trek like here to the main beggar road sometimes. I think to look for water. And we have drums that we have to fill up. Sometimes when my younger ones are not around, I'll be the one
knowing your condition.
Despite knowing my condition. I fetched water one day that there was one uncle just seized my bucket. And he asked me, So that was the kind of childhood I had. So my mother, I was not, except when I break down. Of course, I tried not to do some, but my mother, I'm thankful for that anyway, because she didn't make me feel as if I was different from my siblings. I was the eldest. So she was not treating me like, no. I was the eldest, and she believed that it is what I know, it is what I do, that my younger ones too would do.
They were looking at you.
So they are looking at me, they are looking up to me. So I should be able to set a good example. So there was no room for laziness, there was no room for idleness, there was no room for you saying, okay, except when I'm not, then when I'm tired. Mothers now, even without saying it, when she looks at me, she knows I'm tired. If I'm doing something and she comes to me, the moment she looks at my eyes, she just drop it. Because immediately my eyeballs will change. The color of my eyeballs changes, which may be close to looking reddish, pinkish, kind of. So once she sees my eyes, she knows that, okay,
she's at her limit.
Yes, so she just tell me, okay, leave that and go and lie down. Or go and do something else. I'm okay, no, feel it, my worry. So she was able to tell when I'm tired, when I'm exhausted, when I've exerted myself, when I need to take a break, But that did not stop me from doing. So I think that helped me, that shaped me. I mentioned my doctor, Dr. Mustafa Shegu. He actually told me, he said, Kemi, if you want to have 3 children, you can have. I won't tell you that it's going to be easy. It's going to be painful. It will not be easy. It will not come easy. But if that's what you want, if you want to have, you can have. As long as you have the support, you have medical support, you have access to medicine. So it's not as if, okay, I'm pregnant and I want to go and hide myself in a place, you understand? So it's just that I just need to have my doctors around. I need to be, because I know that during pregnancy, my third child, I've had a lot of crisis experiences that when they rush me to the hospital in the middle of the night, they will say, no, we can't accept that.
That's hospital rejecting you.
I think I've had like 4 or 5 experiences like that.
Of hospitals rejecting in the middle of the night?
Yes, rejecting. Private hospitals. So because we used to feel that government hospitals are very stressful, the bureaucracy, you have to go, So I opted for private hospitals. But I stopped after my third. Because I had a few crises and they rejected me. They were not able to handle it. They were not. So I eventually found myself at the general hospital.
And they did well.
And they did well. So they did well. They did well. They did well. My last pregnancy, my son, I had him on June 19. So then again, let me just give it to our government. Especially Lagos State governments, the medical are doing fantastically well, to be honest. People have different experiences, but I have a good experience with them. Because I would say if not for God and to those doctors at last suits, no. Because my third pregnancy, like I said, was easier. No stress. It was during COVID. I was at home. The what's it called? The morning sicknesses was not that much, but I had a terrible experience during delivery. My delivery was, in fact, that was. I said, I don't know. I'm not.
Tell me about
it. I'm not trying it again. So I was scheduled for cesarean for C-section. Then I went to the hospital 2 days before. I was prepped and all that. Then a day to my surgery, I think they noticed that my blood pressure was fluctuating, not stable. Then, of course, they were attending to me, taking care of me to make sure that I was ready for the surgery. So on the day of the surgery, I at the entrance of the theater, I don't know, that has never happened to me. Like somebody used to say that if something wants to happen to you, something bad wants to happen to you, there's an instinct. There's something that tells you that this thing wants to happen. That they say maybe it's true that people that wants to die, they know. Because my younger sister was with me, Toyosi. We were at the entrance of the theater and they were about to wheel me, and I said, wait. I said, okay, what happened? I said, Toyo, come. Please give me my phone. But I did, that was my first pregnancy. My last baby I had. I've always fantasized having any pregnancy shoot. Pregnancy shoot now, Maybe that was one of the crazy reasons why I wanted to have a baby, So I did a pregnancy shoot that time. And I told her to put my pregnancy pictures on my status. I've not had a baby then. But I told her to put it and just thank God for safe delivery. And she was like, sis, South African mama So at the entrance of the theater, she just put the thing, and immediately people started saying, congratulations, I see your phone eating, don't open it. Leave the messages. I'll come back and reply to those messages. Faith. I know people talk about faith. I think it's just God, don't it? Because it's not as if I was applying faith. I didn't even know that it was. I didn't even know because I was just doing.
You just felt you were doing something.
You understand? But because I knew at that point I was very afraid.
Yeah, but you needed something to come back
to. I was very afraid. I would not lie to you. And I was like, I think I was hearing a voice like, if you enter this place, you will not come back. You will not come out alive.
Wow.
And I was like, I rebuke it in Jesus' name. And I said, you're playing my phone, and I put that in on Saturday. Immediately people started calling. Message. I said, don't reply any message. Just leave it. So I went into the theater. So I was given the injection, the anesthesia and all. Then I don't know what happened in the theater. I think the whole of my body just got paralyzed from my neck down.
And could that be the epidural?
I don't know. I don't know because my third child, like I said, I had cesarean too. So, but thank God I've had the experience. If not, I would have just kept quiet and feel okay. Maybe that's normal way. That's how it happens. I just noticed that I could not move any part of my body. I could not move my hand. I could not move just my mouth, my head, my neck. And they were about to start the surgery. Then I told the doctor that, sorry, I'm not feeling I said, you are not feeling your hand, okay? No, that should not affect your hand though. Raise your hand. I could not raise. Move your this thing. I could not do this. The one say, no. This should not be happening. No. So, they started running up and down, call doctor, So that was the first drama. So they were able to just give me another injection. And at some point, I started feeling cold, extremely cold, They said, doctors were able to stabilize me. Then they started the surgery. And at that point, once they give you that injection, there's a period where they have to carry out the CS because the time is running. So that it doesn't wear off, you understand? So they were already wasting time trying to make sure that, okay, my hands were moving, every other part was working well. So they now said, okay, this thing is wearing off. We need to operate her. So they now started my operation. So the baby came out successfully. I had a boy. And I don't know again. Then again, I was lying down. I now called the doctor. I said, Auntie, please, am I bleeding? He said, are you bleeding? How? You're not bleeding now. What, are you seeing blood? I said, no. Something was telling me that you are bleeding and you bleed to death. I heard it clearly. Wow. You are bleeding, and if you are not careful, you are going to bleed to death. And I was like,
And there was no physical blood?
I was not seeing any blood. So I now called the doctor again and said, hey, Jordan came on bleed. He said, bleed. I know. Because such years and they will use something to cover it. So the lady now went because she's an anesthesia doctor, she's not the one doing the surgery. She's just standing with me, just communicating with, making sure that I am not sleeping, I don't fall asleep, Then she now went there to check what they were doing, the procedure. And she came back and said, you're not bleeding now. She said, no, don't worry, don't be negative. I'm not negative, no problem. I said, okay. She did the surgery and everything was fine. And I was wheeled out of the theater. So at the entrance, I don't know, I just noticed that I think I was dozing off. I think I just blanked out. So where I was at the recovery room, one of the doctors just came there and was like, he was trying to chit-chat, say, where you that you showed us something with that. So I think he was trying to talk to me. I was hearing him from very far away, but I could not respond. But they knew that I'm not supposed to be sleeping, so I should. So I don't know, maybe I think he just looked at me and he saw that I was not moving, I was not saying anything. Then started calling my name. Where? So I was hearing him call where from afar, from a distance, but I could not respond to him. Then I just heard emergency, then the man just gave me one blow on that, the suture where they just sticked. He just hit that place. So the doctor said, it's emergency. So he kept punching that suture. So I think the pain was a lot. I think it was the pain. So I had to respond. I responded. I was like, stop it. So the guy kept punching that place and they took me back to the theater and I was opened up the second time. Apparently, I was bleeding.
Internally.
So I think when he just opened my cover cloth and saw that the whole place was full of blood, he said, she's bleeding. She shouted and took me back to the theater. So they had to open me up again. So I was bleeding. And I did not wake up until I was bleeding. I think I passed out. I was intubated. I had to place my heart on something because I think that's even because that story is deep. I said I should just start saying that here, things I saw and every other thing. So they had to open me up again and perform another procedure and all that. And they had to start calling doctors. Okay, I think it was beyond the doctors that were there. So they needed consultants. They had to start calling, call this, call that. I think I had about 8 doctors, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I was with me that day. And I was like I used to say, if I had gone to a private hospital, maybe I would have died.
That was a lot.
I would have died because the facility that I was that they had access to at Lasuth, not every hospital would have been able to place me on that because it was a lot. It was really a lot, and I'm just grateful to God, and I'm grateful for them. The doctors did amazing. They saved my life. God, because it was. I'm just getting over it. When I talk about that experience, I cry. I shed tears because it was scary. As in, I was facing death. Hearing someone telling you, okay, thank God, thank God now, congratulations, we've had what you've always wanted. You have 2 girls too, but that's okay. The person was even telling me, ẹni tó wáyé tó bímọ ló dàbí ejò tó wá tó gun orí àpáta tí ò nípa. But we are good. You are not owing the world anything. The world is not owing you anything. So we are good. You can go now.
They said that to you?
Yes. I saw somebody was saying that to me.
But
and I was like,
physically?
Out of my subconscious. And I was like, okay, that's okay. Oh. That's okay. I can go.
That's deep.
Then I had somebody telling me, well, you said you pray. So if you've agreed to succumb, if you are going, who will take care of that child? That child just and that boy
in the spirit realm.
In the spirit realm. Then I heard the baby crying. He was crying so much that I was. They said that the man was now telling me that Abiyamo kin gbo ekun omo e ko ma tati were. You want to go? Who do you want to leave this child for? Enu le ma fi ko meje. I'm quoting exactly what happened, what I was hearing, what was the things that was said to me. Yes. I said, nobody will come and save you. You have to rebook this thing with your mouth.
That was a battle.
So it was actually. And I remember telling that person that, please, can you give me one moment? Please, let me just thank my husband. that and tell him that, okay, if anything happens to me, he's not responsible for my death, because I know that if I had died, that man would not be able to forgive himself for the rest of his life. So I just needed to just tell him that you are not responsible for lots of people, which you understand. And somebody was telling me, you are giving up like that. No, you cannot do that. Tell this person that you will live and not die. You are going to live to declare the word of the Lord in the land of the living. You will be the mother to your children. So I don't know, somewhere I just felt this surge of anger, and I was like, no, I'm not going to die. I rebuke it. I will not die in Jesus' name. I will not die. I will live. I will take care of my children. And I just knew. I just woke up.
Wow.
I just woke up. And when I woke up, that was about 19 hours later.
You were off for 19 hours?
I think I was in that place 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and I woke up, I think, about the following midnight, yes.
Wow.
19 or 18 hours later. If I'm, how many hours in it? I'm calculating it up to that, thereabouts, I don't know. So.
Oh.
My son is 5 now. He'll be 6 this year.
What an experience. So you see that. I know some people try to make
about 12 hours, 1, 3 a.m., 12 hours
like
later.
Some even say there's no God. Well, that is willpower for you. But this is somebody sitting here giving all the credit to God for our life, for even being here. So that means it's a privilege to have you seated on this.
It is, actually.
On this couch.
It is, and I'm so grateful. Thank you for this opportunity.
There's nothing more to say. So if you have experience with pregnancy, childbirth, you want to share your story, because there's something about letting things out.
Yeah.
Letter to ebun@gmail.com. I want to be able to read your story. I want to be able to share your story with the world, so that whoever has gone through it, or someone who is scared of this journey, would know that people have gone through it and survived, even through the worst cases. And that's it on the EBUN Show for this episode. Thank you for staying the time with us. Bye. We have a gift for you. A flower vase from Mary Alma.
Thank you.
Mary Alma. This is made by my daughters.
Okay.
Yes. So it's a pleasure to have you here.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
I'm
you.
honored.